Hey gamers, remember that video I made a long while back about Total War Pharaoh, you know, the new historical game? Well, it was kind of ass at launch, you know, they didn't decide to send it without, you know, finishing the game. However, some great news. Actually, some great news I've been wanting to talk about for a long time is the fact that there is a huge update that is being planned for it, and it looks awesome. And I didn't make a video about it yet because I wanted to wait until there was more information about it. But all I'm gonna say is that we are in fact getting Greece, Mesopotamia, and I think the rest of Anatolia. So the Trojans, you know, all that good shit. A lot of very cool stuff. So this is the first video.
Ruin the world or save it.
Oh man.
It's all in the hands of the player.
Yeah, look at that guy's beard. Yeah, okay, this is the map expansion I was telling you about. Like, it's crazy how much bigger it is now. Like, this is what it should have been at. This is like, when I expect a Bronze Age game, this is the kind of shit I wanted. Like, this is cool. Oh, also they're adding in, like, family dynamics, so...
Date in 3 words.
Yeah.
Awesome marriages to different people, that's more words.
Yeah, dynasty system is going to be in it, which is really cool. So you can have, like, you know, your heirs and like marriage alliances and backstabbings and political intrigue. You know, it's the kind of stuff that you would expect that we had in like Total War Attila, which is cool. But I think they're expanding it and making it better in here, which is what they should have done, which is cool. But yeah, that's the first one. All right. Second one. I don't know how many videos we're planning to make, but I'm totally down with showing off as, you know, I like good shit.
The Bronze Age, a time of epic heroes and unending strife. I'm Steve Coleman, joined today by Todor Nikolov, exploring the massively expanded campaign map coming in Total War Pharaoh Dynasties. So let's start with the top line of everything that's been added to the campaign map. New settlements, factions, what have we got?
Yes, what we did was get the campaign map of Pharaoh and expand it significantly to the west and to the east. And a bit
look how much better that is.
With a lot of new factions.
Like, it's crazy
that you can play,
how tiny it was at launch.
Fight against or ally or barter with. There are a number of new settlements, about 160 new ones in fact, and about 100 new factions, I believe. Some of them are major players, major factions, because we introduced that distinction in the game with the Dynasty update. There are major factions like the ones that you have already played in
Pharaoh actually looks like
minor
a
factions
pretty awesome game now.
More in number, and there
I got it on a sale
to provide the player with
next time we see a sale, like, definitely jump on
opportunities. They allow the player also to play as significant Bronze Age players, kingdoms or tribes. And also they are there because they are either characters from the Iliad related to the Aegean region.
Oh yeah, that's another thing, is that
they are there because they
a
are
lot
related
of Troy is
to
being put
characters
into it,
Pharaoh,
which is cool.
Like
also, I never played Total War Troy.
Is Ramesses' father, right? Where does he start?
Yes, exactly. This is the father of Ramesses III, and he starts in the Western Desert, very close to the coast of the Mediterranean. And from this position, he's got the option to expand further into the desert to the west, to the south. Also, in both places, he's likely to be fighting against Libyan tribes. Also, he can go to the east, where he will inevitably meet with his son Ramesses and perhaps form an alliance to get an easier time getting the crown.
The Western Desert is just a jaunt across the ocean to Greece, right? So how did you approach combining Troy with Pharaoh?
Well, first of all, we had to scale down the campaign map for Troy in order for it to fit the scale of
like I said earlier, like,
campaign map.
they basically
that means that
took Troy
some
and then
settlements
plopped it in,
dropped, and there
like,
are
added
about 80 new settlements
remade all
that
the
are
characters
included
and stuff.
in the
It's pretty neat.
Aegean portion of the map. We also had to rework some of the character art because we wanted to make them more historic. Their armors were a bit more flamboyant, and I'm looking at you, Hector, and you, Achilles.
Yep.
So another thing that we had
Also, I never
to
played Troy
compromise
because
with was the presence of the
fucking,
Amazons.
like,
We could find no feasible
like, history
explanation
behind the meme thing.
on why they would be present in actual history.
Myth
So
thing
there are
was
no
kinda
Amazons.
But you have added the Black Sea?
Yes, we added the Black Sea because we really wanted to
You
have
guys need
a
it.
complete map of Anatolia, and the Black Sea coast is right over there, so there was no reason not to include it. We also discovered that when we combined the regions from Troy and from Pharaoh, that there is a significant gap right in the middle portion of Western Anatolia, so we had to add a few regions over there. But now Anatolia is complete. You can conquer the whole of it, and you can carve another Hittite empire for yourselves if you want to.
And Mesopotamia has been added as well.
Oh yeah,
right?
that's
It
a
looks
big one. I
absolutely
feel like
stunning.
everyone was
What
wanting
inspired the art
Mesopotamia.
style of this region? Are there any landmarks that you're particularly proud of?
For Mesopotamia, we really wanted to create the impression of the cradle of civilization kind of place in the world, where you have fertile land surrounded by hostile territory, much like it is in Egypt, but it also had to look and feel distinct from Egypt. And it's not that hard because there is a single great river in Egypt, the Nile, and there are two of those in Mesopotamia, the Tigris and the Euphrates. So right in the middle, you can find yourself a safe zone, a safe area, because both rivers are natural borders that protect you somewhat from from invading tribes from the southwest, or those Elamites from the east. They're always there, the Elamites. As for any particular landmarks, the city of Babylon is there with a unique battle map inspired by the actual layout of the city at the time, and it's really impressive. And in addition to that, Ziggurat-Ur, which we have added as a monument on the campaign map that you can interact with as an outpost. This structure was built 800 years roughly before the events of the game, but is still standing over there today, monument to the entire civilization of humanity.
Yeah, I think that's one of the cool things about the Bronze Age, is just how like ancient it feels compared to like anything else. It's like the Romans saw the
Two new
Bronze
land
Age
masses,
as ancient.
168 new settlements, 95 new factions, and the inclusion of playable minor factions. We'd love to know who you'll be starting out with, but our next dev diary might just sway your answer. We'll be heading to Mesopotamia.
Yep. There's one more. They talk about Mesopotamia because they know all the fans have been so fucking hyped for Mesopotamia. All they talk about is how much they wanted it. So it's great that we finally get it in the game actually. So okay, time for some closing statements. And also I'm gonna be a huge shill because I do love Total War and I do think we should support good behavior like this. The fact that this huge update is free blows my mind. Also, this is just random battle footage. This has nothing to do with anything. I just wanted to have something in the background. Anyways, I always said this before, but the Bronze Age is a very fascinating time period. It's very ancient and very lived in, and it leads to a lot. It's kind of like a prequel to a lot of the stuff we would see in Total War of Rome, which is like one of my favorite time periods, the Romans and stuff. But this is like the prequel to that because this is all stuff that's way before it. Like it would be really cool if we could get another game talking about the Iron Age with the Persia and the Spartans and stuff, and then that would lead into Alexander the Great, and then that would lead into Rome and all that stuff. So I'm very excited with the direction CA is going. The only major thing I feel like is missing is naval battles. I'm still shocked that we still don't have naval battles in historical games again, but I am extremely happy that they did not give up on this one. Like, I thought this game was dead after that bad launch, but they really pulled themselves together. This looks like it's gonna be good, and I feel like that kind of behavior should be supported. So if any of this looks interesting to you, I would recommend getting Total War Pharaoh, especially on a sale, because I got in on sale. Because when I first heard the update, I was like, okay, yeah, I need to get this. But yeah, I would say this is great. This is really good, and I'm very excited to see what they do next. Okay, that's enough shilling. I don't know. Bye.
Yeah.